Hello, this training is going to cover OpenRoads Survey Section 200, Geographic Coordinate Systems. We're going to focus on Exercise 2, Establishing the GCS for Projects Mapped to Ground Coordinates. So I'm logged into the connection client, and I'm inside my work set inside ProjectWise, and we're going to talk a little bit about the setup of the project when a work set gets created. So by default, when a project gets created, in the 990 Workset Standards, the GCS folder, there's a custom DTY file that gets created here. So in order for us to create that custom coordinate system, we're going to be editing this DTY file inside our seed and then assigning it to that seed file and all the other seed files in our work set. So to start, we're going to open our seed file. So I'm just going to open the 2D seed file. And I only need to create this custom coordinate system one time, and then I can assign it to all the other seeds inside my project. One thing to mention is that this workflow is not intended to use to translate data on the fly. It's meant more for being able to project data that's geographically, geospatially located and to match that up. So now that our seed file is open, we can go ahead and open the Geographic Coordinate System dialog. So one way to get to it is through the Drawing Workflow Utilities tab. And there we have our Coordinate System button. We could also use the search ribbon and search for our Coordinate System tool as well. So a couple different ways to be able to get to this tool, similar to how you would assign a coordinate system that's on grid from our library. So we're going to select From Library in our Geographic Coordinate System dialog. And this is where our custom DTY file is going to be read from. So I'm going to expand this our work set, or our PID 96213. And it shows that there's two seeds in here that we can edit depending on where this project is. So this one in general is actually in the north zone. So we're going to select the north zone and we're going to edit this inside this file. So in order to do that, we're going to right click on our custom DTY file definition, and we're going to go to the Edit Coordinate System Properties. So we have a bunch of different parameters and settings inside the file that we can customize in order to get our ground coordinate system. One of these is the name, which it's best practice to rename this coordinate system so we know that this is going to be the coordinate system for our file and that it's ground. So in this case, our project is in Morrow County. 96213 is our PID, and it's best practice to go ahead and put ground in the name as well. So this is going to save this name here, and we're going to end up deleting our south zone grid coordinate system. The next thing that we're going to do is change our affine processors. So we're using a Lambert conformal conic for our north zone, and we're going to be using a Helmert style translation to do our transformation from grid to ground. So we're going to be changing our A1 affine parameter and our B2 affine parameter. So this is going to scale our northing and our easting for our coordinates and by the scale factor that we already have. So the scale factor would be calculated using your survey software like Trimble Business Center, Leica Infinity, or if you're using the Survey Master spreadsheet and using the Create Scale Factor tab inside there. So we already have a scale factor, so I'm going to go ahead and type that in, which is 1.00008619. And just so I don't type that number in, I'm going to paste it in my next parameter. So A1 parameter and B2. So this is going to be our X scale factor and our Y scale factor. So we're doing a 2D scaling of this coordinate system. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. You notice that the name changed here, and I'm going to delete from library my south zone. So now from my select geographic coordinate systems, I can click OK, and it's going to assign my ground coordinate system that's based off of the North State Plane Zone to the seed file. I would go ahead and continue that with the other seed files inside the work set to set up the coordinate system for both the 3D, the drawing, and the sheet as well.